Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome to the companion video, I guess you could call it, to the Kotor 1 Let's Play. Yes, you guys can see my background. Oh, no. But I'm just here to take you through the mods I used in Kotor 1. I'm going to do another one of these for Kotor 2, but I finished Kotor 1 actually quite a while ago. It's been over a month, actually, since I beat Kotor 1, but it's still releasing because it's a 44-episode length series, but by the time this video releases, that's going to be done. This will be the final video in the series, similar to what I did for Oblivion, where I showed off all my mods. This one is going to show off all... Whenever I do a modded Let's Play, I will show off the list of all the mods and explain what they all do. So, let's just jump right in. So this is the Aldronics Dialogue Pack. I'll just open up the README so you guys can see what it does. But as far as I remember, this one just, let's see, yeah, just adds a few more dialogue options and cuts a couple. I still haven't activated my Office because it got ripped off. So it basically just adds a bunch of dialogue stuff. The Aldronics Dialogue Pack 21, or just Dialogue Pack 2. It's 2.1, but... then there's some extra Bastila dialogue that got cut. A lot of these are just restoration mods and such. Kotor 1 didn't need them nearly as badly as Kotor 2 did, but there was some stuff that was cut. This is the Black Volker restoration that restored... I'll open up the README. Yeah, this restores the Black Volker base. It basically adds that whole upper area that I explored in that Let's Play. Braylor the Mandalore. Braylor the Mandalore, do not read me. Uh-oh, why shouldn't we read him? This is the Mandalorian merchant that was in the Enclave. That didn't really do much. Crest skin. This is a skin pack, but I don't remember what it's for. Kotor reskin pack. Okay, so this is basically just the general reskin pack that I think changed a lot of the skins. I had like the Sith uniforms that I said were different. The way Malak looked a little different. That's the skin pack I used. Let me say right now, any ones with these capital letters and the year... Dant, Ebo, Kor, Kish, Man, Sith. Those are the big texture mods that I kind of complained about in the Let's Play. They were all done by one guy. I'll open up one of them so that the README isn't there. I found them on ModDB. They were the only really recent files. If you look under textures, they'll be in big capital letters like Ebon Hawk 2012 and those kind of things. Those are the mods I used. The Ebon Hawk, the usable supplies, this is basically what added like the 10,000 credits and stuff. Basically a supply. They actually put some supplies in the Ebon Hawk. And I'm sorry you can see the Fraps counter up there. The only way to capture this is with Fraps is to use the Arrow desktop monitoring thing. Then we have the Endar Spire texture pack I used. Let's see if it has a README or anything for anybody. Wow. What a good one. You really want to know, people know who you are, buddy, don't you? So I think it was, except for the big textures, all of these mods came from KotorFiles.com. It's a Knights of the Old Republic Files. It's a FileFront website. So if you just search, if you actually type in Kotor, K-O-T-O-R, files.com, it'll actually bring you to it. It's a redirect link. It's kind of cool. This is the Enhanced Merchants mod, which added all those crazy items to all the merchants. That was basically expanded all the merchants, like it said. The Enhanced Shadowlands Restoration. I don't really remember what this did, or if it did much of anything, actually. Restoring the cut Shadowland level. I don't think this even worked. Yeah, I don't think I even did this. I think this mod must have gotten cut somehow by something. Huh. That sounds kind of cool. I guess it didn't work. Whoops. 420, that's the other reskin I forgot to mention. Garum and Tarilok, that's the two Twi'leks in the Jedi Academy who spar. It's kind of interesting. It's just a little cut thing. The HK-47, that's the skin I used for HK that made him look kind of like Proxy from the Force Unleashed series. I know that series isn't very good, but hey, Proxy was cool and the skin is good. I like the skin a lot. More dialogue fixes, KOTOR dialogue fixes. KOTOR Dialogue Fixes 1.0 by Sulk. I'm going to try to show who created all these things. Music Enhanced, the Enhanced Music version 1, which is really good. This basically makes... the guy took the... the quality. So he basically took the audio from Kotor 1, the music, and also I think the sound effects and stuff. Is there another one? But that's who it was by. and it basically, he uncompressed all the music so it sounds a lot better, and it's a big mod. It takes a lot of files, but yeah. There's, if you go into the files, this is by Zibble12. This basically adds 3 new little of the FMV, or they call them BICs because that's the file type. There were 3 BIC movies. If you dig into the Kotor files of a vanilla installation, they're actually there. There's 3 movies that basically the hooks that went for them got cut, so he just added the hooks back in so that you could see them again. You should have seen them. I think I added them into the Let's Play. If I remember correctly, I edited them in. This is the Sharina Firejark restoration. I don't remember what she... Oh, okay, yeah, this is basically the woman that I said was on... she was on Tatooine. I bought the Desert Raid plate from her. And then she showed up on Dantooine. The part where she shows up on Dantooine is what that restores. This is the Terrace Lower City Restoration. It just restores a bunch of the Lower City stuff. Danlaw, I don't know where I don't know. But yeah, it basically just added some NPCs and the ability to get to the swoop track and other such things. This is the reskin of Terrace that I used. I don't know why he has so many folders in here. By Quanon. Yeah, it basically just it just changes how things look, and it also changed the insides of the Dantooine estates. Oh, I didn't realize that's what that did. That's why they would look different. If I remember, they actually look different. I didn't know why. This is the restoration of the Undercity and the Gamorrean Stronghold that really didn't do anything. It is by Dan Lotto again. Yeah, just search these mod names, and you'll find them. This is the Academy uniforms that look different, although they didn't really work because I think the other texture mod I had overwrote them. And this is the yeah, this is the Ebon Hawkery texture. I forget which one I actually used. I think this is just the high... no, I didn't mean to do that. Cancel. Yes. I think this one is the Ebon Hawkery texture. Yeah, he just made a super high-res version of the Ebon Hawk, and that's the one I went with. Yeah, I didn't go with Ebo. I went with the Vert Kotor one. Then we have TSL. What's TSL? These are mods that use the... what's the tool called? I forget what the tool is actually called. TSL Patcher. It's basically the TSL Patcher. Oh, it was originally made for the Sith Lords. It's basically, for these mods, you have to drag and drop files into usually the override folder in Kotor. Let me actually show you, since this is also supposed to be a modding tutorial. So, if you want to install these things, this is for the Steam version, but it works with the regular version too. So you go into Steam, Steam Apps, Common, there's Kotor 2, because I don't have Kotor 1 installed anymore, actually. So you have all this stuff, and here is the override folder. So you go into the override folder, and this is where you're going to dump 99% of files from these mods. Unless they tell you in the README specifically different, just take any files in here and dump them in the override folder. And then they'll just work. You don't have to do anything else. The TSL Patcher ones, actually just, you point an installer at the base installation folder and it puts everything where it needs to go. It just knows which folders need to go in and everything else. Cool. So anyway, let's go with what these mods are. So, Bendak Starkiller Armor. This is the Bendak armor that I had that looks really cool. By Red Rob 41. I thought it looked awesome, and I liked it a lot, and I used it. These two combined are the Brotherhood of Shadow, Solomon's Revenge, and then the patch. They're huge. I don't even want to open them because it'll take forever, but they are by far the bulkiest mods ever. This is the new Saber Crystals pack by Crixlers, I guess, or by Crixler. Yeah, it adds a new color crystals, which is cool. So it basically takes a bunch of the KOTOR 2 colors and adds them to KOTOR 1. This is the Glow Rod mod that I didn't really use because it was kind of by Sostraud. This basically just adds in the glow rod, but you don't really need it. This is the Ultimate Mandalorian mod that added all the armor and everything that I wore for a long time. This is by Shem, who's a big modder in the KOTOR community, or he was years ago when it was a big modding community. But it's very cool. The Mandalorian Ultimate mod is what it's called. This is Weapons of the Old Republic, one of my favorite mods. This basically adds all of the unique weapons that everyone had, and it is super awesome, and I totally recommend it. This is one of my highest recommended ones. It's very, very good. You should really download Weapons of the Old Republic. The only problem is that it conflicts with a bunch of stuff, but this, you should always make that priority because it's so good. And then finally we have the Yavin 4 mod that added the planet Yavin 4 by Kotor Squad and Master Zionicus. I recognize that name, Master Zionicus. That's a big name of someone who was doing it. But yeah, so that's about it. That's actually all of the mods I had for Kotor 1 in my Let's Play. As I said before, if you want to install them, if they don't have the TSL patcher, then what you have to do is drag and drop them into the base installation folder and go into override. Some of them have to go into stream, like the stream music is where you put the music enhancement, sometimes lips, modules, but it will tell you in the README. Don't worry, just read the README and it'll tell you where to go. And then if you have the TSL patcher, all you do is run the installer that you'll find like right here. I'll just run it just to show you. It's off screen. So you just have this, you just click install mod, it'll ask you where is your thing, you point it at it, and then it'll just boop, and then it'll just install the mod exactly, and then you go. So hopefully this taught you how to mod Kotor 1 / Kotor 2. I'm going to do the same thing for my Kotor 2 Let's Play right now actually. But these are all the mods that I used. If you want more details on them, just leave a comment, and I probably won't give you direct links, but it's not hard to find. If you guys found my videos, you can find these things on the internet. Trust me, I did. Just go to kotorfiles.com or use Google.